All right, hey day traders, this is Jack and welcome to your Friday video. So we've had a lot of selling, and the idea for this video is just to kind of gather my thoughts about this week and how it's going to pertain to next week. I would say look out Monday and Tuesday because we might have a generally like round 2 of a negative day to open up the week. Yes, it's a new month. We'll be in October tomorrow, but we'll be in October on Monday, and I'm wondering if the lower lows that we've recently put in get retested. If the dollar decides to continue to revert to its mean, that would be good for the market, and we would have somewhat of a positive day. I'm looking at this like kind of 50-50. I do see a bunch of moving averages that we've been trading under. I also on a daily chart see that we've been trading a second deviation for quite some time. I would say Sunday to Monday overnight futures, it would make sense to retap 3,600. Regardless of whatever happens today into the close, I think we still kind of cautiously look out below. You do have a weekly squeeze that's trying to fire, but that could take a while, so it's not really on our radar. I'd be cautious to do anything first thing out the gate on Monday, but I think if we wake up and the dollar's somewhat neutral to maybe down, then we start talking about October kicking off a little bit more of a bullish week. So the two things that we have heading into later October is earnings. You'll have things like Amazon and Tesla in October. And there's typically in the trading world a common kind of trade that's basically like, hey, there's a rally into earnings type play, and you can look at default setting RSIs and kind of look at oversold conditions right now and go, you know what, that's not a bad idea to maybe come in here and buy a second deviation, and even more so, we could actually still be squeezing on Sunday through Monday on a 4-hour chart heading into next week. So I'm all for the buy side. I know it's kind of the unpopular tone. I just think like, at what point do you still need to be bearish if you've already been bearish? I think today and a little bit of yesterday is kind of a saving grace for anyone that didn't take profits on any of their shorts before today or yesterday. So, you could have looked at my gosh, you could have looked at Wednesday and gone, oh my gosh, why didn't they take profits? And you can see this here. I'm going to draw a little pencil mark. Like, let's say that you were just short from earlier part of the week. Wednesday was brutal, and you're just kind of thanking your lucky stars that this is kind of falling apart and that you still have kind of red on the histogram. So I think, once that cycle is over of all the profit taking and coming in and looking at the lows and knocking those out, it would make sense to trade the lows in the overnight session Sunday to Monday and then be looking for a potential bounce. Now, is every bounce a shortable situation? Yeah, but one thing at a time. And I think it's okay to entertain the long side, and even more so if we start to really hit those 50% retracements. Not 38.94, like earlier, like 37.20, 37.50. Do we start talking about a short covering rally for October and at least targeting the 50% retracement, which would be around 3,900? So that's kind of my idea. I'm not looking for a gap up Monday or anything spectacularly bullish. I'm kind of sighting on quietly bearish and then kind of nasty in the morning, but that all could very much change very quickly, and we'll see what that kind of turns into. Right now the dollar's got the dark blue on the histogram. The 4-hour chart is kind of, we've got a gap to fill on the dollar too, by the way. So I wouldn't be surprised if, we were trading on the dollar index down to about a 111 or even 110 half, because that kind of fulfills that cycle there, at least going back 2 weeks whenever we were trading 110 half. So it's definitely an interesting situation where you've retapped the lows, and the question now is, the title of this video: do we fall, or do we stall, or do we have an October, rally into Halloween? So I think, if I could choose one, I got the short covering rally. I think that makes all sorts of sense, but how long is it going to take for that to happen is the more important question that I'm trying to ask. So what I've been doing this week and for the past 2 weeks is going through different trading strategies that make sense to put time on your side, even if you're directional. So that's kind of the theme for next week. Let's see what happens on Monday, and then we'll go through all these ideas and start talking about directional trades and the different levels that, if we're going to be bullish on anything, even though it might be just temporary, maybe just for parts of the month, then we need to recognize where it makes sense to also be short. Okie dokie. Whew, what a week. All right. So those are my thoughts. We also will climb in a little bit more to commodities next week. I think if we continue to see gold rally a little bit more, we're just rallying back into our previous low, which is 1700 and 1720. From there, it might also be another short. All right, let's see what happens. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching this video. If you've enjoyed the video, be sure to like and comment down below to help us out. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the bell icon so you can get notified when we release our next video. And if you want to watch us trade in real time using our own money, go to simplertrading.com to learn how to sign up. Good trading, and we'll see you in the next video.